Pra Loup is a ski resort in France, at Uvernet-Fours in the Alpes-de-Haute-Provence, 7 kilometers from the town of Barcelonnette. Geography. Ski area. The ski station has two separate base areas, 2 kilometers apart. Pra Loup 1600 primary base area at 1,600 meters above sea level. Pra Loup 1500. The lift-served summit elevation is 2,500 meters, for a vertical drop of 900 meters to Pra Loup 1600. The resort has 53 lifts, 165 kilometers of tracks, and its ski area is linked to that of Les Fous-de-l'Eaux through the valley of Agnoirs. Pra Loup hosted the Junior World Championships for alpine skiing in 1999. Climate. The climate is of the alpine type. Transport by road, from Paris and the north, via Lyon, Grenoble, Gap and Barcelonnette. From the south of France, via Aix-en-Provence, on the A51 autoroute as far as Tallard, then in the direction of Barcelonnette. Toponymy. The name of Pra Loup consists of Pra, pro and louven, derived from a patois form pra louven, isolated houses in a clearing, and Latin lupinus, Pra-Loup, loop itself coming from a limnalau, hamlet. Therefore, Pra Loup means meadow grown for hay, or pasture. Pra Loup residents are called Praloupians and the Praloupienne. According to the Fenny couple, Pra Loup is the meadow of Loup, an owner's first name. History. The site of Pra Loup has been known since the 1st century BC, with the presence of Ligurian shepherds coming from the Mediterranean, who settled here and gave birth to the local tribes. The hamlet took shape in the 12th century. The Chalesian monks, who came via Larvic, built 4 formerly associated buildings: the church, the school, the priory and the presbytery. For the 14th century to the 17th century, the hamlet grew, with the construction of farms and a hostel, as well as with pastoralism. Until 1920, the hamlets were sparsely populated, often completely self-sufficient with the mill and oven, though notably lacking drinking water. The inhabitants found an ingenious system to pick up a meager water source by building a wooden pipeline with hollowed tree trunks, Le Bornéus, visible at the Museum of Jouziers Valley. At the end of the 1950s, Pierre Gros, a medical philanthropist, had the idea to create a skiing resort to develop the attractiveness of the village. To do this, it was surrounded by the best specialists of the moment: Émile Allais, French alpine skier, and Honoré Bonnet, France's alpine ski team coach. The ski resort took shape in the 1960s. Instead of the 3,000 beds that were planned for the ski resort, Honoré Bonnet offered a capacity of 10,000 beds for reasons of profitability. For the summit of Péguillot, he found fertile ground and also identified a possibility by the small valley of Agnoirs, which later became the link with Les Fous-de-l'Eaux, inaugurated in 1977. Under the leadership of Michel Lantelmet, mayor of Alloz, and Louis Lequet, mayor of Uvernet-Fours, this very large-scale ski area is one of the largest in the Southern Alps. Since 1981, Pra Loup has been classified health resort. Economy. The fumeton, inspired by the moutonnes, was created in Pra Loup, chosen to be concerned with the enhancement of lamon mutton, a delicacy of the Provence Alps. It is presented in the form of a dark red meat block and with a weight of about 1.5 kilograms. Cut into thin slices, it is eaten both as an entrée and as accompaniment of mountain dishes including raclette, and also accompanies gratins, salads or pizzas. In recent years, the Fumetin has been made in Barcelonnette. Sport Tour de France. Pra Loup was used as the finish of stage 15 in the 1975 Tour de France. The 217 km race from Nice was won by Bernard Thévenet of France, and is regarded in cycling lore as the mountain climb where the career of Eddy Merckx faltered. The French magazine Vie Acute called him the most accomplished rider that cycling has ever known. The American publication News called him the greatest and most successful cyclist of all time. The climb is cemented into the history of French cycling by the image of a woman at the roadside, wearing a bikini, waving a sign that said, "Merckx is beaten. The Bastille has fallen." Elevation 1,630 meters. Departure Barcelonnette 1,130 meters. Vertical rise 500 meters. Length 9.4 kilometers. Slope 5.3% of average. Bibliography Marseille Jacques. Dictionnaire de la Provence et de la Côte d'Azur. Paris. Ed. Larousse. ISBN 2035751055.